I still remember the night clearly, because it felt like my entire life was being rewritten without my permission. We were surrounded by friends, family, and colleagues, all gathered to celebrate a milestone he claimed we had reached together. I stood beside him, smiling politely, unaware that my silence was about to become my strongest voice. As he began to speak, his confidence filled the room. He talked about success, hard work, and sacrifice. But with every sentence, I felt myself disappearing. Every achievement he mentioned was something I had built, supported, or sacrificed for. Yet my name never crossed his lips. I thought back to the early days, when we had nothing but dreams and determination. I worked long hours, gave up opportunities, and held everything together when things fell apart. I believed we were a team, that one day the truth would naturally be seen. But that night, he spoke as if I had only been a background character in his story. People nodded, applauded, and admired him. Some even looked at me with curiosity, as if wondering how I fit into the picture he painted. For a moment, I considered interrupting him. I imagined correcting every false claim, listing every unseen sacrifice. My heart raced and my hands trembled, but something inside me told me to stay quiet. Silence, I realized, could be powerful. I watched closely as his words grew louder and more exaggerated. The more he spoke, the more uncomfortable the room became. A few people exchanged glances, sensing the imbalance in his story. When he finally finished, the applause was weaker than before. Someone asked a simple question about a detail he couldn't answer clearly. Another person mentioned something I had done, casually bringing my contribution into the light without trying. I smiled softly, still saying nothing. In that moment, I understood that truth does not always need to be shouted. Sometimes it waits patiently for others to recognize it on their own. Later that evening, people approached me quietly. They thanked me, acknowledged my work, and shared how surprised they were by his speech. Their words felt more genuine than any public praise ever could. He noticed the shift too. His confidence faded, replaced by unease. For the first time, he realized that taking credit had cost him respect rather than earned it. On the drive home, he tried to explain himself, but I didn't argue. I didn't accuse or defend. My calm unsettled him more than anger ever would have. That night marked a turning point for me. I learned that my worth was not defined by who spoke for me, but by what I knew to be true. I didn't need approval to validate my life's work. In the end, silence spoke louder than any confrontation. It revealed character, exposed truth, and gave me clarity. And from that moment on, I promised myself I would never let anyone else rewrite my story again.